Hey guys, Redalen here. We are out here in Windsor, Colorado at the Oxbow Disc Golf Course. Today we are going to be walking through a practice round, but also keeping this really cool format that I like to do with my buddy Joel, where we play one forehand and one backhand and we take the worst shot. My best score out here is 7 under through 12 holes, so still pretty difficult, and it's very scoreable. I love that it tests the shot shapes on each hole for different styles. So yeah, let's see how we can do. We're going with the torrent first with the forehand. Skip. Oh, let's go, 15 feet. All right, now we gotta put the pressure on with some backhands here. We're gonna go with my Proline Aftershock. We're gonna hang this one out a little bit wider. The thing with the Anheuser that people normally do is pull it inside because they want to throw it kind of like at the basket. So I'm aiming out left of the basket and letting the disc kind of draw towards it. No way, what is that tree doing there? And we're gonna have a long putt. That was wrong. I was so proud of that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're only doing the worst shot off the tee box, unless for some reason I'm outside of 100 feet. These are all par 3s out here, so hopefully I should be keeping it pretty close. But we're about 80 feet here, hit a branch on the backhand drive, going with my Stone Steady BL. All right, good bid, just a little over the top. All right, forehand was fantastic, but we don't get to take it. That's the point of this format. Challenge yourself. Got about a 22 footer for our par. All day, baby. All right, hole 2, a bit similar to the first, but a little bit further. We got 415 feet here on the second. It's gonna be behind some trees on the right, so I'm gonna go with my torrent for my forehand, and then gonna go with my pipeline for a backhand. We're gonna have to throw the backhand Anheuser once again. Start off with the flick. We also have some OB on the left. There is a fence there. So, there's a fence on the right too. We got OB on both sides. Tough hole. It's gonna be pretty well short. My forehand struggles to get up to that 400 mark, so it was really conceding about a 50 or 60 footer there. But yeah, hopefully we can get the backhand closer, so that's as far as we get. Again, I'm gonna pick my aiming point out left and trust the disc to draw right. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Textbook. All right, so somehow my backhand is further away than my forehand. I thought I just laced the back. I thought it was parked, but here we are at 50 feet with the backhand instead of the forehand. Got a nice long putt here. We got some work to do on the green, folks. Dang it. I want a birdie. Sometimes when I miss left, I'm like, okay, let's just readjust the body a little bit to focus on the right a little bit more. Or if I'm missing left, I'm like, okay, let's adjust the stance to close off the right side a little bit. So I do make little micro physical adjustments. If you're missing all over the place, I feel like that's probably a little bit more mental, or if you're missing short, not giving it the juice, that's a little more timidness on the mental side of the game. So I think it's important to just know yourself, know your stroke, know these little physical cues of like, oh, I didn't make sure my hand was, you know, shaking the basket. It was like overextended, or I just think it's really important to know your putt, know your mechanics really well. That will give you a lot of comfort on the course when your putts are not going your way. Some rounds I find myself willing the disc in the basket more than physically. I feel like my physical putt can struggle so much where I don't even really know what I'm doing anymore on the green. I just keep missing. That's when I try to have my mental take over and I'm just so laser focused on the pull of the basket. Other days it'll feel 100% physical where you don't even have to think. You can just walk up and toss it in. I think it's super important to just know your game, know your putt, know what feels comfortable, and make those adjustments. Do not be afraid to make those adjustments in competition. It's super important. All right, we are here at hole 3. We got 270 feet. Probably gonna be going with my crystal drone for the backhand and a zone for the forehand. Looking for the forehand, we're gonna have to throw a flex here. With the backhand, we got a nice hyzer. Did good change from the first 2 holes. See if we can get a birdie. We need a birdie. All right, on backhands, the same thing goes for anhyzers. Make sure you're aiming right of where you ideally want the disc to go. Pick a point in the distance. All right, there is some OB short that I didn't mention that I also did not think would come into play, but after that shot, hopefully we're in bounds. Forehand. Oh, that's saucy. Oh, almost aced it. Wow, I'm going 3 for 3 on taking my backhands. That's really sad, guys. That's really sad. Or maybe that's just a really good testament to how much better my forehand's gotten. I don't know. That is such an uncomfortable throw for me. If I throw a forehand anhyzer, it's shanked one way or the other. Like, I'm just a forehand guy now. It is officially happened. Mark my words. Next year, you'll also be seeing me for more forehands than backhands. Okay, got the best putter in the world. Stone Stay BLs. We need a birdie. All right, we're even through 2. We need a birdie. Oh yeah. Isn't that the worst feeling in the world when you feel like you just middle the basket and it's just boom, right off the top? I don't feel like I'm the only one who can relate to that. Another par. That almost came back out. All right, we got 369 here. So another kind of longer hole. This course starts off a little bit long and then definitely shortens up towards the end. So the 7 through 12 is still in play. We just gotta get some birdies rolling. Gonna go with the forehand torrent. Again, that is my most distance comfortable with the forehand. And then we're gonna try something new. I could go straight aftershock, but I'm gonna spice it up. We're gonna go like a little flex, like anhyzer flex over the top of these trees on the right. So yeah, let's start off with the forehand. No, we'll start off with the backhand. We'll change it up. It's a forehand hole, but we'll start off with the backhand. Oh, be high enough. Oh, there's a tree there. Hey, that's okay. We still got 30 feet. Not the greatest effort, but still putt. All right, we're going with the torrent forehand. Big forehand guy. Okay, funny story. Last year, I aced this hole in the short with a forehand skip shot. And my first tournament ace is a forehand at USDGC. So I'm waiting for the day that I get just a nice smoothie backhand ace because like I know that's kind of like what I'm known for. So just like maybe pray for me that I would get that backhand smoothie ace because these forehands are just surprising me and getting out of control. Okay, so I've kind of noticed this thing on tour where some people like to hold, they have these 2 like exact identical putters in their hand. And I feel like I'm kind of in between where I like to hold the other one in my hand. On tour, you'll never see me hold the other one in my hand, but as like a practice. Like usually when people practice, they hold multiple putters in the left hand. So who knows? Maybe that's something I start trying. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to what we know and just one putter in the hand. Maybe that'll fix some things. Come on, we need a birdie. We need a birdie. And we need to hit the basket above the cage or below the band. It'd be fantastic. Let's try this again just for, you know, confidence sake. That's why player 2 is the best. You can't compete with player 2. He just doesn't miss. Player 1 though needs some work. What is happening? All right, we're even through 4. Gotta get things rolling here on hole 5. We got 277 feet to the basket. We're going with a forehand and backhand, of course, going with my pro line first flight avalanche and my D line steady BL. Again, this kind of favors the forehand, but we're gonna start off backhand. Let's just see the backhand do some work. Come on, get past that. I guess forehand is just star of the show today. And it should be. Let's hopefully we get something better than that. Oh, it's money. No comment. Okay, so I got a really good tip for you guys. You know, unfortunately, I put us in a spot where this is a good opportunity to share it. But, you know, we're here, we got a low ceiling. We're about 65 feet away and we can't really, everybody's like, oh, I'll just get the nose up and spin it really fast. Okay, well, once you do that, you're gonna miss it 45 deep. So here's the tip. Simple as that, just get on your knees. See if you can get that nose up, loft it a little bit more. We got this lower branch, we could try to go over it, but I think I'm gonna try to stay under it. Need a birdie, we need a birdie. It's not help our scorecard. Somebody tell me why player 2 just wants to be better. Par. Welcome to the party, folks. Party. 5 in a row. Party. All right, we're on hole 6. I'm done playing around. We gotta get a birdie. We got basket off to the left, 205 feet. Going my zone for the forehand and my sparkle tremor. Trying to throw a bullet and ace it. What can be better than a birdie? An ace. Let's go forehand first. Don't go in. Okay, good. I want to ace with the backhand. There we go. Got to get that V right down the middle. Buckets. Yeah, you really have a good chance of throwing it in if you don't even throw it to the basket. So just keep that in mind. Sweet. Okay, so we're taking our forehand, no surprise, for the 6th time in a row. We got a little tree on our way here, right? So I can't do my normal stance. So what we're gonna do is, like an amateur would do, flip your disc forward instead of use a mini. And then we're gonna put our left foot behind and straddle out to the basket. Now, here's a little tip for you guys. If you like putting your stance to a little bit of the side of the basket like I do, I'm not fully perfectly square. I like to straddle out like this and tilt my toes like this. So I keep my hips kind of the same angle to the basket. The only thing I've done is spread my legs like this instead of like a track stance like this. So we're gonna. All right, so now we're in our comfortable straddle stance. and we can kind of sink down just like our other putt, keep the same angle, everything's the same. Sorry, player two's been working too hard anyway. Here at hole 7, we got 239 feet. I said I wasn't messing around the last hole. I still mean that, even though I took a par and my forehand. Let's get a birdie here, all right? We're 240 feet away from a birdie. Just need a nice touch forehand and backhand. Go in my zone for the forehand. There we go. All right, and then we got my D-line steady BL for the backhand. Put on a nice little hyzer line, drift it in there. Oh, yes. He's back, baby. Let's go. Birdie time. Forehand's in the bullseye. We finally made it to the world of inside of 20 feet. So let's get our birdie. We've been waiting all day. Let's go. Nice and low. Never had a chance of coming out. Player 2 deserved that. On to hole 8. All right, we're here on the 8th hole. We finally got a birdie, so thanks for all the cheers. We're 1 down through 7. We got 359 feet here. We have a mandatory on the right, so this definitely plays for the backhand shot. I'm gonna take my really flippy Proline Vortex on a forehand line and my, what is this? Limited edition Swirl Tsunami on a backhand flex line. So see what we can do. Hopefully we take the backhand here. That would be ideal. Wait, no, we want to take the forehand because we want the backhand to be better. Okay, here we go. For a hole like that, shapes like this, here we go. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. My forehand's gonna be better. Just watch, just watch. Oh! It's not a forehand hole, and I missed the Mando. Taking the backhand, let's go. About time. Not proud of those shots, just know that. Okay, so we found ourselves in kind of a tricky spot. We are outside of 100 feet from the basket, so we are going to be throwing a forehand and a backhand from here. So yeah, I'm actually kind of proud of that tee shot with the backhand. I made sure I got over on it and didn't really like fluff it left. So yeah, take away the pluses and minuses, if you will. But here, we're scrambling. The goal with scrambling is get out, right? And if you can't get up and down for par, concede the bogey, try to think of a reasonable best case scenario score for yourself. Anything better than that is incredible, but it also makes your chances of a double bogey or triple bogey way more available to happen. So we're here, we got kind of a spike hyzer over the top looking at me. We have an anhyzer through here on the left. If I'm looking at both options, me looking at the patent pending here, this isn't too bad for the backhand, but there is a lot of scrappy stuff here and the mandatory. We really don't want to miss that mandatory. So I think the highest percentage shot to make sure I at least get up to the basket is going to be this spike hyzer up here. I'm also going to be throwing a forehand through there. We really want to stay away from those penalty strokes and mandatories when we can. Here we go. All right, we got 2 avalanches and let's make it happen. All right, we're going to Proline first flight here. Spike it up there. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That's the highest part of it. All right, some professional I am. Here we go. Hopefully the forehand's better. Here I am talking about high percentages, and I hit the one thing I had to miss. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, that's 15 feet. All right, taking the backhand once again. Okay, we're back in the fairway after that scramble shot. So at the moment, we're kind of conceding bogey. However, in this format, this is kind of jump putt range for me, but I'm still outside of 100 feet, so I am throwing a forehand and a backhand and taking the worst shot. If you decide to putt it, that counts as your backhand. So you are allowed to putt, but it counts as your backhand. All right, let's make a big one. A little breezy. Let's get this high enough. Oh, it's short. It's okay. I'm proud of that line. It's definitely a really long. Anybody just get that like nervous, you just took a birdie and you hope you don't bogey the hole after that? Well, we need to throw this in order to destroy that. Oh, sit down. All right, to be fair, I was running that, but we have to make this bogey putt. This is getting out of control. All right, so here's my putt slash backhand attempt. Got to make our bogey putt. There's my forehand off the tee. Missed the Mando, but 70 long. All right. Can't make birdie putts, but bogey putts are good. No foot faults. No foot faults today. All right, we're here at hole 9. We got 230 feet. We got kind of a spike hyzer around the corner here. Going with the backhand spike hyzer, and then we're with my drone, and then we're going forehand with my zone. We better take the forehand. Come on, let's get the backhand closer. Oh, it's money. Almost went in the basket. That's stupid. Just go in. So I don't have to throw the forehand. Oh, it's so good. So good. All right. Another birdie putt. Okay, so I messed up on the previous hole. We were supposed to take the forehand because I missed the Mando. That was automatic penalty stroke, so that's my bad. You know, hopefully I can remember that next time. But we still got a bogey. I believe that if I took it from the Mando, I probably wouldn't have made it, and it still would have been a bogey anyway. So same score, and we got a cool little fun scramble out of it. But this hole, I'm gonna say, is truly the first time taking my forehand drive as the worst shot. So here we go. My backhand's parked about 12 feet away. We got a little uphill 22 footer for the birdie. Let's sandwich it. 2-4-2. There it is. There it is. We just need to take more forehand drives, and then we'll make our putts. Then we'll make our putts. We're here at hole 10, 221 feet. Kind of dog leg right. Well, more like a dog body. It goes really far to the right. So we're gonna go with forehand avalanche. Probably try to play a little bit of a skip shot. And then we got my Proline Vortex, which I'm gonna try to lay down a really saucy, soft roller and have it cut far right. There's a little bit of a ceiling there. I could try to drift something over, but we're gonna try the backhand roller. I think that's fun. Here we go. Oh, get around it. Yeah. All right, Park Central, of course, because I'm a forehand guy. All right, backhand roller, here we go. I gotta get over on this thing quick. Keep going, keep going. I mean, I didn't throw it really hard at all, but it was kind of cool. It worked. I'm gonna give my tremor a little try. I'm gonna go high. Yeah, that's a tricky shot. There's a lot. Okay, so I definitely could have thrown that backhand a lot harder, but we still got 60 feet. Get a long one going. I thought it was player one's time. But player 2 just had to rub it in his face again. That's ridiculous. Player 2 and I got bad blood. So I love how much control you actually have over player 2, because it's just this mental thing of not caring, but it's so hard to not care when you're on the course when it matters, because as soon as you don't care when you're in tournament, it just goes to shambles. Mental game is weird, y'all. Okay, we got a par. On hole 11, or whatever hole's next. It's so true. You have all control over player 2, but you just like don't think about it. You just do it. And so then as soon as you try not to think about it and you just do it for your first guy, you miss it every time. Even I'm still trying to figure all that stuff out. All right, we are on hole 11, 349 feet. Pretty straight, a little bit of left finish, but I think we're just gonna focus on throwing it straight, going with the limey green aftershock. For the backhand, I don't know what I'm doing yet for the forehand, so we're just gonna throw the backhand. So I have 2 aftershocks in the bag. That one's a little bit more overstable. My other one probably would have turned a little bit. But yeah, not a bad shot. I think that's like 30 feet. I like to be a little closer, but not that big of a deal. We're gonna get a little creative with the forehand. I don't know how to get a forehand to bend that late. That's kind of out of my league, or maybe it's not. Maybe we just, you know, we're just gonna try it. I'm just a forehand guy. Oh, too much. Oh no, that's awful. Oh, it's rolling to oblivion. Don't go in the water over there. Not the move. Clearly not the move. Here we go. We made it to the forehand. Taking the forehand once again, finally. And yeah, thankfully we didn't get in this ditch here, so we're on the edge. I'm gonna flip it like I always do. I'm gonna jump putt and I'm gonna do a little forehand. Come on, player 1, show some shine. Oh, it's gotta go. Oh, just short. All right, toss the flick in there. Oh, just a nice layup. It's okay, no bogeys, no bogeys. All right, here's where the backhand landed. Actually only 25 feet away, so pretty nice. Backhand's coming back. By the way, I am going through a lot of form stuff with the backhand, so that's probably why it's lacked a little bit today, but my forehands have also just been that good. My forehand has not been this good in a long time. All right, let's make our par putt from the forehand. Forehand's a little bit deeper. Redalen putting style 2024. All right, we have made it to the 12th hole. I believe I'm 1 under par, so nothing too special. A lot of positives from today. The forehand's feeling really good. Toning the backhand a little bit. Obviously with this form change, it makes things a little bit more difficult. We're still trying to work into it. But yeah, let's focus on hole 12 at the moment. We got a nice forehand flex line on the left. Not really feeling that though. I think we're gonna try to butter up a tremor on a little hyzer flip down the middle. It's roughly about 230 to 250 feet, anywhere in that range. And then I'm gonna go with my ESP zone for a little backhand flex. So here we go. This is personally like my favorite hole of the course. Very fun. Oh, it held over. Oh my goodness, drop. Oh my gosh. I thought I hit the basket, but I think it just hit the tree behind it. That was sweet. I totally missed my line, but it almost went in the basket. All right, here we go. Forehand tremor. Oh no. Yikes. That was bad. thought the vortex was worse, but it actually turned out better. It's only like 25 feet, a little uphill. The zone is like 30. So we're taking the zone. We also have a little bit of tree in the way. So let's get a good putt here. Is this for 2 under or 1 under right now? Yeah, we went birdie, bogey, birdie, par, 2 under. 2 under par, respectable, maybe not. I'm not giving player 2 a chance. I'm not doing it. All right. Kind of sad. Missed that one off the right side. Kind of had to go over this tree. It's a little tricky. But yeah, toss this guy in here. Nice 1 under round. If anything, today was just really good. Getting out, throwing some shots, showing you guys my thought process through a couple of shots on the course. And yeah, just have fun when you're out there practicing. Use this format if you need to. Use other formats. Don't keep score, keep score. Learn to take the highest percentage shot on scrambles. Don't be afraid to adjust your putting during a little bit of competition. You always just want to keep improving to try to get better at what you're doing. If you love disc golf as much as I do, you will keep doing the necessary things to get better. So hope this video helps you guys with some tips on the course, just seeing the mindset and all that thing. So do all the things, like, subscribe, and please check out my Instagram, Cole_Redalen. And yeah, I'm also on Facebook, Cole Redalen, check that out too. Other than that, peace out. Thanks for watching. Yeah, so thoughts about the round is, you know, as disappointed as you could say I was about taking all of my backhands, really happy and proud to see the forehand kind of kicking in like that, getting a little bit more pop from the wrist and a little bit more distance and more accuracy. You know, I was slaying some of those like turnover late flex outs, so definitely a really good positive to see the forehand working the way it is. And then obviously with the backhand form change and trying to reach a little lower, it kind of messes off the spin a little bit. So yeah, I still threw some pretty good backhands out there, so I'm very proud of that. And then yeah, overall, just I feel really good practice. Like when I go to the course and do that style war shot, 1 forehand, 1 backhand, I feel like I really learned a lot from the day, maybe about myself, maybe about my mentality towards certain shots, or just maybe about learning certain angles that you don't get to throw every day. So a lot of really good positives, keeps it fun, keeps it light, competition, throw extras if you want. And other than that, yeah, you get to find yourself in some sticky places too. The scramble game definitely comes into play a couple times. And you know, that's part of the sport. So definitely got to practice those and stay uncomfortable. That's where you learn the most.